The Mercer Estate boardroom smelled like lacquer and old cigars. A walnut slab anchored the room, a mirror for whispered bargains. Photos lined the walls, galas and ribbon cuttings. I wasn't in any of them. I'm Iris Mercer, though at reunions, I'm the one who ran off. I'm 33, to them I'm still the girl who refused a seat to chase apps. Today's summit at the Vineyard was about adjustments. They didn't know Mercer and Company had already adjusted, quietly, completely. I sat at the far end, letting Uncle Lionel run his quarterly dirge. The numbers are brutal, he huffed, slapping the screen. My cousin Porter, fresh from Wharton, a VP, rolled his eyes. It's a blip. We'll bounce back. My sister Elena didn't look up from her gold tablet. The logistics unit is deadweight. Sell it for scrap. I bit my cheek not to grin. Under Lumen Bridge Holdings, my company hiding in plain sight, our team had fitted that dead weight with autonomous routing and drone delivery. It was the only division drawing heat in the valley. What's funny, Iris? Lionel snapped. Just considering solutions, I said. From you? He laughed. You walked away from responsibility to play founder in a rented cubicle. 5 years ago, I refused the pacifier title they dangled and used my inheritance to form Lumen Bridge. Through subsidiaries and patient buys, we mapped a quiet path straight into Mercer & Co.'s heartbeat. Dad shifted by the credenza. He'd ceded the CEO seat to Lionel last spring. Maybe we should hear her out, he said. The door burst open, Lionel's assistant, pale. Sir, there's an emergency call. Lumen Bridge just took control of Mercer & Company. Chairs scraped. I stood. Correct, and I'm Lumen Bridge. I mirrored the Lumen Bridge homepage to the screen, my photo under founder and CEO, the acquisition banner pulsing. Porter's pen clattered to the floor. Elena's tablet went dark. Lionel went colorless, then crimson. This is some stunt, he managed. It's governance, I said, and overdue. Dad stared at the screen as if it were an x-ray of a bone he'd broken and never set. Iris, how long? 5 years, I said. Long enough to learn patience. I'll contest, Lionel barked. We're family. You're officers, I said, and you've steered by nostalgia. I clicked to a slide. Cash burn by division, margin per lane, an overlay of the drone corridor trial. Logistics isn't the problem. Culture is. We run on inheritance when the market pays for invention. The board dialed in. Their voices were clipped. They had the votes. I had the shares. In 12 minutes, I was confirmed interim CEO, with a transition to permanent pending filings. Headlines queued for noon. Illegal, Porter said, fumbling for bravado. Competent, I answered. 2 different words. I took Lionel's chair. It felt too high, like a lifeguard's post. Agenda Item 1, stand down of vanity projects. Pavilion naming rights canceled, club memberships audited. Item 2, elevate logistics to core. We integrate the autonomous routing stack across regional lanes in 30 days. I turned to Elena. Your innovation title is rescinded. You'll get a severance that fits your contributions. You can't fire me, she whispered. I can choose who builds the future with me. Security appeared, polite but unmistakable. The room emptied in a flurry of perfume and wounded pride. Dad lingered. Did we ever truly see you? You saw a daughter, I said, not a builder. I opened the restructuring file. Let's begin. The week that followed was a controlled detonation. Vanity budgets were sealed. Auditors unfolded ledgers like bad origami. What they found matched the knots in my gut. Shell accounts, consultants with matching surnames, club dues labeled outreach. I sent everything to compliance and to regulators. Transparency isn't revenge, it's oxygen. Markets noticed. Our stock steadied, then climbed. The logistics pilot, fleet learning stitched to real-time weather, cut dwell time by half. Drivers wrote me notes. Thanks for new routes, thanks for listening. For the first time in years, the building hummed from the engine room up. Elena tried charm, Porter tried threats. Lionel tried a rally. None survived contact with facts. Security badges deactivated with a soft beep, merciful and final. One evening, Dad knocked on my door, cap in hand like a neighbor. "Iris," he said, "I should have backed you." "You should have seen me," I said, then softened. "I still want a mentor, but not the kind who mistakes quiet for small." He nodded. "Let me learn." I offered him an advisory role with one rule: truth over tradition. He gripped it like a lifeline. We replaced gilt portraits with product maps and ethnography shots. Dock hands at dawn, coders at midnight, a drone lifting against the wind. The old frames went into boxes bound for attics. Let memory do its work out there. Quarter's end arrived. We posted black ink. I stood at the window above the vineyard where this began, the rose truly patient. Lumen Bridge wasn't a mask anymore, it was a promise kept. I pressed send to staff. Inheritance built our name, invention will build our future. See you on the floor tomorrow.